Hello everybody. Okay, my name is Lacey. I opened my own YouTube channel because in the beginning of 2017 I will be starting the process of getting my cosmetology license. I loved makeup before then. I have for a long time. So I'm really just, pursuing my passion as far as cosmetology school goes. But the YouTube channel, I've always wanted to share what I know, share what I'm learning, and then also learn from other people. So I did it. I finally took the plunge, and I made my own YouTube video. Now, I'm recording in a completely silly place right now because that's all I can do, using the natural sunlight until I have better lighting of my own. So this is as good as it's going to get for the meantime. But I don't care. We're going to make it happen. You can see I'm pretty broke out right now. I've got like 2 big spots. But it's actually not that bad compared to how I usually am. I mean, these are healing and they're going away, which is a godsend. So I'm going to prime my face right now in my T-zone. T, in case you didn't know, with the Dr. Brandt primer. I've been using this a lot. I don't know if it really helps. Like, I know that sounds bad, but I have the worst skin. My skin is so greasy. I don't know. I've tried everything. I've tried different foundations. I've tried different primers. I've tried no foundation. I've tried no primer. I've done powders. I wash my face. I use masks. I take vitamins. I take biotin to even out my skin. Nothing helps. So here's an idea of how bad it is. I will put my makeup on, 4 or 5 hours go by, and it's just sliding off. If my hair touches it, it slides off. It's all over my hair. If I lean against something, gone. If I pull a hoodie over my face, gone. Now I've got this. I just got this 2 days ago. It's the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I've only used this once, so I'm still in the process of testing it out. I'm going to keep testing it out because I want to love it. Give me those bright under eyes, because I kind of look like a zombie right now. I promise it'll get a little better when I'm done. There might be hope for me yet. Now, I do this on my dark circles, and I go kind of all the way down my cheeks a little bit because I have this bump right here where my eye socket meets my eye, and it's just so obvious when I'm not wearing makeup. Okay, then I'm going to prime my eyelids. I have the Lorac Behind the Scenes primer. I got this as a free sample when I bought the unzipped palette. Now, I'm not going to put much of this on, because if you put too much on it, it's just a crazy freaking mess. Now I rub that all the way up to my eyebrow and then under my eye, on my eyelash line. Anywhere I'm going to be wearing eyeshadow. This is a new foundation I'm also trying out. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15 Hour. I've tried everything, like I said, and this is just what I'm on right now. I just thoroughly tried the Too Faced Born This Way, and it was good, but it didn't stand up to my skin. For short term, it's okay. Now, I start off with 3 pumps. This pump doesn't put out much, so I start off with 3 pumps. And then work my way up more if I need it. I just put it on, predominant areas of my face. And then I make sure I put it on my neck. And I know I'm not supposed to rub it, but I do rub it into my hairline because I think that's the way it makes it look most natural. Special attention to my problem areas. Gosh knows I have a lot of those. Sorry about the train. They're everywhere where I live. Can't avoid them. All the way down the neck. And then I have a little mirror here, so I want to make sure that it's all blended as good as it's going to get, and it's not. I probably could have used a pump or two more. But see, I'm really not into that heavy of makeup. I mean, I don't want to start off heavy because the more products I put on, the heavier it's going to get. And I do put on more product, so we might have hope yet to cover up what I'm actually trying to cover up. Okay, I'm using the Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer in the shade Light. This crap is crazy. Literally, all together, you need like the size of a pea to do where you need to do it. I use it under my eyes, all the way back to my temple, up the bridge of my nose, do a little chicken foot in my forehead, my chin, and my pimple. Ooh, and my eyes are watering. Of course, why not? Why wouldn't they? Okay, now I'm blending this in. I'm trying to stick to like a triangle shape, but it's a funky triangle because I also do it all the way up to my temple because that's my highlighted zone. Now I'm hoping that when I start cosmetology school on the 17th, that I go in there and I know a good ground, a good, you know, I have a good idea of everything. Like, I'm not completely clueless. I hope. That would be nice. But who knows? I mean, I could get in there and they could tell me that I don't know anything. But I'm hoping I do know something. That I'm not a lost cause completely. My beauty blender is drying out a little bit, so I'm going to spray some Fix Plus on my face and kind of just blend it all together anyway. You guys hear that fucking train? I think that's another train. Okay, got all my crap. Okay, now I'm just gonna blend it all together a little bit better. Just kind of light. Now you wanna make sure that you don't drag it because it will ruin everything you just put down. Alright. Now I'm gonna set it. I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier setting powder under my eye and possibly on my nose, but nowhere else, because this is a powder that definitely does not help with my greasy ass. I'm still experimenting, but I know for sure that this is just not one of the ones that help. Kind of call this baking, if you will, but I don't really put that much on. But I am going to leave it there for a while. Okay, now I'm going to use this powder that I love everywhere else. This is the Stila foundation powder. in the shade 30 watts. I've used this forever. I've gone through like 6 of these, and I love them. I kind of just use that everywhere that I haven't used, that I haven't baked, and then over my pimple because it's colored and I feel that it helps. Down the neck. My nose. My eyelids. Okay, there's that. That's my foundation of everything. And I didn't bring any bronzer. 1 second. Shit. My bad. It didn't break. Okay, I'm back with more crap. The crap that I forgot that I needed. Okay, I'm gonna use this to contour Kat Von D Shading Light. Now, I use the middle shade. Now, I do that first. I carve out my cheekbones. I go up my temple, a little bit onto my forehead, not much. Then I do my jawline, down my neck to make it look even, and then sometimes I'll contour my nose. Now when that's done, I'll switch to a smaller brush and I'll use the darker shade, and this is where it makes everything look really deep. Then I put it on my cheekbones and only a tiny little bit up my temple, makes it look really carved out. So first I'm going to start with this thick ass Morphe brush. I don't know what it is. I got it from a set and I didn't really like it, but I did like this brush, so I use it. Do my hollows and my cheekbones. Little circular motions. I'm not too worried about keeping this sharp right now, this color, this first color, because this is just the start. Under my chin and down. On the other side of my chin. Jaw, sorry, down. Other cheek. And then up a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do my nose because I didn't bring the damn brush. Surprise, surprise, my hair's falling out of my head. Okay, now we're going to switch to a smaller brush. I like this one from Real Techniques. It's the, I don't know, contour brush. Look at that. I'm using a brush for what it's actually meant for. First I draw my lines. Make sure they match up. Look pretty even. And then I blend the crap out of them. And I go up just a little bit, so it doesn't just look like one painted on line. Now I know a lot of people like a really stark highlight or a really stark contour. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I mix it up and I'll put a little bit of setting powder under here in a sharp straight line, and that'll make it look really, really sharp. But when I put this crap on, it makes me look like I have really sharp cheekbones anyway, so I don't do it. Now I'm going to use blush. Oh my gosh, this fucking hair of mine. There, how's that? The blush I'm using is NARS Deep Throat. I have more blush than I know what to do with, so I just cycle through everything, kind of like with all the rest of my products. Now I put this, I kind of blend my blush over everything else I've already put on, and then I go back in with my Morphe buffer brush, I think, and then I just blend it all together, kind of. Just try to make it look a little more natural. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I only have half an eyebrow. I hate this fucking half an eyebrow. I've had it for a long, had it for a long time, but I've never noticed. Nobody ever told me. Pretty offended by that nobody thought to tell me that I had half an eyebrow, because I didn't know any better. They're full. I mean, they're all there until you get to about right here, and then there's nothing there. That just doesn't exist. So I have to cheat and draw it on. And now I use this. I line my pen up. Oh, that sun. I line my brow definer up with the side of my nose and my eyebrow, and I draw a little slash, a couple of fake hairs. See, it looks a million times better already, but I'm being blinded by the fucking sun, so I wouldn't know it. And then I also have a fucked up eyebrow on this side, so I do the same thing. I need a mirror. Okay. Now then, after that, I start by drawing one very light line under my eyebrow. Blend, 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 blend. That line's just too damn right. Then I draw some more fake hairs. Blend, 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 blend. Okay, then I trace a line on top of my eyebrow. See the difference already? I'm not even done. I don't know if you can see anything, I'm assuming, because this fucking light is so bad. I'm gonna have to pause it for a minute. Now, the sun has calmed its tits a little bit, so I'm gonna try to finish my eyebrows before it freaks the frick out again. Now, I'm just drawing on some more fake hairs, because when you blend, they kind of disappear. And then I'm going to shape the tail out of my eyebrow. That's not me farting, that's my door. It wants to make an appearance. No, just like any other woman, honestly. My eyebrows are a work in progress. They never do what I want them to do. Just be too easy, wouldn't it? Now I try to always start with a line, you know, underneath the brow to shape them out. And then I blend it, because it looks crazy if you don't. How's it look so far? Be my critic. Probably looks like crap, because I'm fucking being blinded right now. Now I'm just going through and kind of making sure it's even. I want this eyebrow to look like this eyebrow because I don't want people to be like, what's wrong with your face? I might just leave it like that, actually. No, I shouldn't. Okay, now I'm going to take this little small angled E65 brush from Sigma. I got it as part of a kit because it's my favorite color. And I love these little eyebrow cake powder things, little sets by NYX. I actually found this way before I found this, and I went through a couple of these. So these are still my ride or die, whatever you want to say. I use this mostly for sharpening everything up because it's got the wax in it, and I love the wax. Now you can either just dip your brush straight into the powder and use it like that, or if you want like a really wet looking stroke which imitates real eyebrow hair, then you dip it in the wax first. Now I'm just going to use this to outline my eyebrows, make them a little neater, a little less smudgy. And using one of these is also really good for the end of your eyebrows because it's just, you get such a point that almost ended real bad there, folks. Almost died. It did almost fucking fuck up real bad though. Okay, now this shit. Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. I know there's a hype about it, and that's because there should be. It's good. Brush up, 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 and then when you get to the end of your brows, you brush straight across. Up, 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 straight across. Now, eyebrows have transformed my face. I probably will never not do my eyebrows ever again. It's just the magic of eyebrows. Oh, the sun's calming down. I can see my face now. Oh, look at this big hole eyelid. Sorry, I'm a chewer. I got squint lines from that sun. I'm going to reset that with some powder. You guys hear my chickens? Okay, what's next? Okay, I'm going to use the Naked palette, the original, because that's what I know best. It's my fave. Ooh, did it again? Oh my gosh. I need to clear up some space on my little table. Okay, I don't use a lot of brushes when I do my eyeshadow. Usually, if I'm lucky, I can get by using like one brush. Now, the brush that I choose to use is the IT Cosmetics 105. These things are amazing. Ride or die brushes, 100%. I don't really have that many brushes. Most of my stuff I get from Ulta because that's really all there is around where I live is Ulta. And then if I go an hour and a half away, I can find a Sephora. But this brush, I love it. I can usually do any eye makeup I want to with it, with the exclusion of a couple other brushes. If I do use any other brushes, it's also another IT Cosmetics brush. This is not even freaking labeled. Oh, it has a little diamond on the end. I've never noticed that. Oh, yes, it is labeled. Velvet Luxe 320. This is really good for packing a lot of color on at once. And then I use this for the Sigma E55 eye shading brush for under my eye usually, because it smudges it out real nice. Fucking chickens. Okay. Now the reason I like the Naked Original palette so much is because that's what I started with. It really just lays looks out for you. Now, when I do my eye look, I start with a light color on my crease, right here, which I usually start with Naked. And then once I've laid down my main color, I move up a shade, which would be Buck, and I start in my outer corner and blend out those two together, and then move up another darker shade, and I'll use Sidecar, I believe it is? No, Dark Horse. Not Sidecar. And then that's pretty much the look. I add things to it, take away things from it. I mean, it's really easy. I'll show you. I could probably do this in under 3 minutes. Put this in the crease. Now, this is my first color, so I go up pretty high with it. I want it to be right up there with my eyebrow, leaving blank space on my eyelid because I'm going to do something else with that. Now remember, my eyelids have already been primed and set. I set it with my powder foundation, and I primed it in the beginning when I primed the rest of my face. A lot of people use like paint pots and stuff like that, but honestly, I don't have a Mac around here, and I hate buying makeup online, so I don't have the paint pot. I use what I got. Okay, there's my base. Yeah. Now I'm going to go Buck, a slightly darker brown, and I'm going to put this in my outer corner where my eyelashes end. And I'm going to do little tiny circles with this. And then I'm going to work into the end of my crease to join the two colors together. But I'm going to stop about right here because I want to preserve that original brown. Now I'm using windshield wiper motions and little baby circles. And I want them to be as even as possible. Nobody respects me videoing in this house. Is it even? Good enough. Okay, now I'm going to go into Dark Horse. Now I just need the smallest freaking amount of Dark Horse, and I'll show you why. We're going to go into that outer corner again. But now we're going to keep the shading real tight. Just small little circles. And then once the most of your blending is done, then you can join them all together. The fucking sun's coming out again. I can't really tell how it looks, but this is how I always do it, so I'm gonna trust in myself. Okay, so now I'm done for that part. I brought my little NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in white, and we're going to do the inner corner and a tiny little bit of the lid, but mostly concentrating on the inner corner. And I'm going to blend that out with my finger. I'm going to rub it down, not up. Boo! You're gonna have to wait. You're not gonna get by me. You're gonna step on my stuff! Don't you give me fucking looks. This is where I get the best lighting. Shut it all the way. Now that I've been interrupted. Okay, I need my glitter glue. And my glitter. Okay, now I have this little loose pigment from LA Colors. I found this at the friggin' Dollar Tree, okay? I jumped at that. And I'm going to take my glitter glue from Too Faced Cosmetics, and I'm going to put that over the white. I don't want it to touch anywhere else. You only need the smallest amount of this. Keep it on your inner eye, close to your tear duct. I'm going to let it dry just a smidge, and while it in the time it takes me to get this thing open. Now it comes with a brush, but it sucks. I'm going to use it anyway. Okay. It's looking like I actually know what I'm doing, right? No? No? Maybe not? Okay, now I'm going to go back into my Naked palette and I'm going to get that dark ass color again, Dark Horse. And I'm going to put a little more in my outer corner and kind of blend it in with the sparkles. I'm going to take my Luxe brush and I'm going to just kind of blend the two together. And I'm going to take this brush, the Sigma E55, and I'm going to get into Virgin and highlight my brow bone. And my inner corner. Okay, then I'm going to work backwards. Now, what I did on my eyelid was I went from Naked to Buck to Dark Horse, and this is what I'm going to do for my under eye. Start with Naked. Now I'm bringing this down quite a bit, blending it pretty well. Then I'm going to Buck. Then I'm going to move to Dark Horse. Now I'm keeping Dark Horse on the very outer corner of my under eye. Let me see. That'll do. Now I'm going to draw a line along my upper eyelashes. Because it'll look better when I put fake eyelashes on. It'll make it look blend a little better. I use the Stila All Day black eyeliner. Now, fake freaking eyelashes. I've been using the Ardell Individuals Because I got tiny freaking eyes and nothing else works. Or looks as good, put it that way. This might take me a while, so expect some cutscenes. Okay, so the lashes are on. I cut that bit out because it literally took me about 5 minutes. So I hadn't put any mascara on my lashes yet because I like to blend them with the fake ones when they're on. So I'm going to do that now. I'm using the Lancome, I don't even know how to pronounce it, something French. My under eyelashes are a little darker than I want them to be, so I'm probably going to use some more color from the Naked palette and darken those up a little bit. Okay, now highlight. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills in Opal. Putting that like everywhere. And now I'm just doing a simple lipstick today because I cannot be bothered with really Kat Von D Noble. And I like to use my finger to smudge it around because I don't like it really harsh. Okay, there's that. This is it. Now let's see if I can put my hair down and look semi-presentable. What do you think, guys? Did I do okay for being blinded by the light, dropping half my shit, and my camera actually shitting out on me halfway through? I hope you guys will come back for my next video. Bye.